No, because it was always in the books. Who knew this was going to be the day that it shows? Because it's also very interesting. I'm not even going to tell you what I'm doing. Well, I'm not telling. I'm not telling.
I think people feel pretty strongly about it. I think art is art, and you have a right to perform where you want to perform.
It is up to us.
Yeah.
Now, there are other people performing too, and I don't really even want to bring it up.
Welcome back to Pop Flash, your ultimate destination for Hollywood drama, jaw-dropping scandals, and all the stories that keep you hooked. Today, we're diving deep into a controversy that has the internet ablaze, the headlines screaming, and fans passionately divided. That's right, we're talking about country music superstar Carrie Underwood and her decision to perform at former President Donald Trump's inauguration. Buckle up, because this story has everything: drama, politics, celebrity clashes, and a media firestorm that's turning heads everywhere.
I think people feel pretty strongly about it. I think art is art, and you have a right to perform where you want to perform.
It all started with what seemed like an innocent announcement. Carrie Underwood, widely adored as a country music sweetheart and a star who typically avoided political controversy, declared she would perform "America the Beautiful" at Trump's inauguration. Her reason? A heartfelt desire to inspire love, unity, and a hopeful vision for the future. Yet, in today's hyper-divisive atmosphere, even the purest intentions can trigger a storm, and that's exactly what happened.
No, because it was always in the books. Who knew this was going to be the day that it shows? Because it's also very interesting.
The backlash was immediate and overwhelming. Social media erupted into a whirlwind of reactions, with some fans voicing heartbreak and fury while others applauded her for holding steadfast to her principles. Accusations flew, with critics labeling her choice as a deep betrayal of their trust. Meanwhile, supporters admired her boldness and willingness to transcend the toxic grip of partisan politics. This wasn't just another celebrity headline. It became a flashpoint in a national conversation about unity, freedom of expression, and the way we handle opposing political views in such a fractured society. But just as the uproar seemed to simmer down, the controversy took a dramatic twist when the hosts of The View entered the fray. Joy Behar, known for her unapologetic commentary, openly questioned Carrie's patriotism on live television. Was this performance really about fostering unity, or was it a thinly veiled political statement? Behar's pointed remarks didn't just ruffle a few feathers, they detonated across the internet. The tension boiled over as the panel descended into a heated exchange, each host passionately arguing their stance. Millions of viewers were glued to their screens as the discussion spiraled into chaos, further igniting the already fierce public debate. Social media became a battlefield of clashing opinions, amplifying the controversy to an entirely new level. What began as a single performance announcement now stood as a defining moment in the ongoing discourse about the intersections of art, politics, and personal values. But Carrie? She was the epitome of grace under fire. While the media buzzed with heated debates and social platforms overflowed with criticism, she chose a different path: silence. Rather than getting entangled in the whirlwind of backlash or clapping back at her critics, Carrie let her actions do the talking. She radiated poise, demonstrating that sometimes the loudest response is none at all. Fans rallied behind her calm and collected approach, hailing it as a reflection of her inner strength and unmatched professionalism. In a world where public figures often rush to defend themselves, Carrie's quiet resilience stood out, a rare and striking display of maturity that captivated both her supporters and skeptics alike. Amidst the chaos, country music star John Rich became one of Carrie's loudest advocates. Refusing to stay silent, he took to Twitter to publicly defend her, showering praise on her for maintaining grace and class despite the storm surrounding her decision. His heartfelt words weren't just a gesture of support. They were a bold statement about the courage it takes to navigate an industry that often demands conformity. Rich didn't stop there. he encouraged his fellow artists to embrace their beliefs unapologetically, even when the stakes were high and the risks of backlash loomed large. His powerful stance added another compelling layer to the unfolding drama, emphasizing the growing divide within the entertainment world. Fans resonated deeply with his words, admiring both his loyalty to Carrie and the strength of her resolve, even if they didn't necessarily agree with her choice. The narrative had shifted, casting Carrie not as a villain or hero, but as a symbol of standing firm in the face of relentless criticism. As the controversy swirled and gained momentum, it became clear that this was no longer just about Carrie Underwood. The spotlight shifted, glaring harshly on the media, especially The View, as they faced a storm of criticism for their handling of the situation. What started as commentary quickly escalated into accusations of bias and unnecessary personal attacks. Critics argued that the show had crossed an unspoken line, transforming what could have been thoughtful discourse into a spectacle of divisiveness. This wasn't just a debate about Carrie's decision anymore. It sparked a larger and more uncomfortable conversation. Where do we draw the boundary between fair critique and full-blown character assassination? And more importantly, what role should the media play in shaping public conversations? Should they calm the flames or add fuel to the fire? But the controversy didn't stop at the media's door. It brought to light an even more complex and pressing issue: the difficulty of separating an artist's work from their personal beliefs. Can we still hum along to their songs or admire their artistry while vehemently disagreeing with their politics? Or does every decision they make become an indelible stain on how we perceive their talent? These questions didn't have simple answers, and Carrie's situation offered a raw and unfiltered glimpse into this growing cultural divide. In a world where every move a public figure makes is dissected under the harsh glare of social and political judgment, Carrie's story became emblematic of a much bigger issue. It highlighted how every action, no matter how well-intentioned, can be warped by the endless scrutiny of a divided society. This wasn't just a conversation about one performance or one artist. It became a snapshot of our times, where politics and personal choices are inseparably intertwined, and the public demands answers to questions many aren't ready to face. The aftermath of this controversy extended far beyond Carrie Underwood or the fiery debates on The View. It sent shockwaves through broader cultural discussions, touching on themes of unity, the boundaries of free expression, and the ever-complicated role of artists in a politically charged society. One particular meme went viral, perfectly capturing the intensity of the moment. It juxtaposed Carrie's calm, poised demeanor with Joy Behar's passionate critique under the headline, "Grace Under Fire versus Unfiltered Rage." This single image ignited its own firestorm, encapsulating the stark divide between those who viewed Carrie's choice as a courageous act of integrity and others who labeled it as a blatant political endorsement. While social media buzzed with heated arguments, the deeper implications of Carrie's decision became impossible to ignore. Her choice to perform at Trump's inauguration wasn't merely about aligning with politics. It was about staying true to her values amidst an avalanche of backlash. In a world where every move is scrutinized and every statement dissected, it takes extraordinary resolve to stand firm in the face of overwhelming criticism. Whether people supported her or vehemently opposed her, one thing became undeniably clear. It takes immense bravery to make a controversial choice and steadfastly stand by it. As this story gained traction, a critical spotlight turned toward the media and their role in shaping public perception. Many began questioning whether platforms like The View should face accountability for their often incendiary rhetoric. Were they fostering meaningful conversations or merely fanning the flames of division to keep the audience engaged? Critics argued that while controversy might drive ratings, it also amplifies outrage, leaving lasting scars on the public discourse. These lingering questions remain unanswered, but they strike at the heart of a troubling reality. In today's world, where sensationalism and virality often overshadow nuance, the media wields immense power in dictating how stories unfold. Carrie's story became a microcosm of this dynamic, forcing a reckoning about the impact of the media's tone and responsibility. The debate about unity and division goes beyond one artist's performance. It's a reflection of the fractures in our culture and the growing demand for accountability in how narratives are shaped and shared. Ultimately, this entire episode underscored the profound impact music and art have on shaping societal conversations, whether to bring people together or drive them apart. Carrie Underwood's performance transcended the melody of America the Beautiful, evolving into a powerful emblem of our deeply polarized times. It stood as a testament to the complexities of living in an era where holding firm to personal values can simultaneously inspire applause and provoke condemnation. Her choice became a lens through which we could examine the growing difficulty of navigating principles in a world so quick to judge. Meanwhile, the media's role in fueling these cultural flashpoints came under intense scrutiny. This controversy shone a glaring light on the immense responsibility journalists and commentators bear in shaping public opinion. With audiences now demanding greater transparency, ethical reporting, and a commitment to fostering constructive dialogue, the stakes for media outlets have never been higher. Carrie's story became more than just a headline. It was a wake-up call, urging all of us to reflect on the delicate balance between expression, integrity, and the power of the platforms that amplify them. So, what do you think? Was Carrie Underwood right to perform at Trump's inauguration? Or do you side with the View's critique? Should the media be held accountable for fueling divisive rhetoric, or is this just the cost of free speech in a free country? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to stay updated on all the juicy stories, breaking news, and unfiltered takes. Here on Pop Flash, we'll keep you in the loop every step of the way. This story is far from over, and we're just getting started.